Welcome to another episode of Chamber Chat. I'm Butch Fenema, your host, and I probably should preface the program to let the old-time viewers, those of you who've been watching BGTV for a good while, know that this is not In the Know in the Grove. That program has been put on the shelf, and I'm now hosting Chamber Chat, completely different program. So just so you don't have any confusion of what we're doing, we're going to work with the Chamber of Commerce, specifically the Greater Beech Grove Chamber of Commerce. With me today, and we did this last month, Ben, you were here, Ben Brown. Ben is president of the Chamber, works for Office 360, and we talked a little bit about the beach party last time.
Correct.
We talked a lot about the beach party. Today we're going to kind of reset and talk about the Chamber. And probably best place to start, Ben, is why does the Chamber exist? What's the mission? What's the purpose? Why does the Chamber exist? Let's start with that if we could.
Well, Butch, like most chambers, they simply exist to improve commerce in their areas that they serve and the businesses that serve the community. And our specific mission statement for the Greater Beech Grove Chamber of Commerce is to provide members a supportive system with continuous opportunities for growth, education, and sustainability for their business.
Okay, that sounds like a mission statement, and I've helped some organizations write some. Let's break it down. What does that really mean past just commerce? Because it's not just bringing in business. That's not all the members of the Chamber are interested in accomplishing.
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah, you have businesses large and small. So you may have the one single person office or single ownership, and then you have some of your Fortune 500 companies that belong to various chambers. And part of our task is to always help the small and the large get their message out. If you want to call it branding, and especially with some of our smaller members, because they don't have the financial resources or the staffing resources to make that happen. And so they look to their chambers to help get their branding out there, their message out there, and just let people know that they exist. And that's probably one of the largest tasks any chamber typically has, is to help those small and medium-sized businesses with some of your expertise in that chamber and in your organization to help them grow their business and help people find out that they're there.
Okay, and that becomes one of the things that we're going to do on this program, is that we're going to look to highlight the businesses here.
Right.
Who are the businesses? What do they do? What are the services they provide or the products they provide? So a part of this program is going to be highlighting those organizations, getting their message out, letting the people know what businesses exist.
Right.
What we do here in this area. And another thing that I would mention as we do this, and we've talked about the for-profit businesses, there are a lot of not-for-profits that are members of the Chamber for the same reason. They have goods and services. The Handy Capable Hands provides a service. The Benedict Inn, the library is a member of the Chamber.
Right.
What would you say about the nonprofits as we look at them as members of the Chamber? Because people sometimes think, well, this is just business. Well, in one sense it is, but in another sense it's larger than that with the nonprofits.
It's community too, and we have several members, as you mentioned, that are not-for-profits, and equally important to them is getting their message out. Melody Stevens, a very good friend of ours, I know that Handy Capable Hands is, she'd probably consider it one of the best kept secrets around, but they do fabulous work. And so helping them get their name out there and what they do and how they can provide a wonderful service to businesses that need additional resources themselves would look to somebody like Handy Capable Hands. Then you have Bill Boone with Servant's Heart, again providing great service to the community and to families in need here in this area. And a fairly new one that opened up a new I guess place on Main Street in Beech Grove is LifeBridge. And they just, again, do fantastic work. We're going to have one of our lunches there this next month in November. And again, with the not-for-profits, they run a business too. Yeah. It's run a little bit differently, but they have a business and a brand that they want to get out there and let people know about, and they look to their Chamber of Commerce to help them with that and provide, again, opportunities to let people know about them. Yeah. And again, I think the biggest thing that we do is provide opportunities for people to be in front of other people and learn about their business so the word gets spread.
Yeah, and that's something that, again, as you mentioned, that idea of partnerships working together for the community, the library is a member of the Greater Beech Grove Chamber of Commerce. The city of Beech Grove is a member. And we're also going to have a little segment later for those of you watching of the students here at the high school who are producing the program.
Right.
Without their help, we wouldn't have the chamber chat.
Right. And again, you talked about a great partnership. Beech Grove Schools in particular has been a wonderful partner with this program and with some other things that we're doing. And I think we have some great things that'll be coming sometime next year. And so keep your eyes and ears peeled, as they say.
Yeah. And the idea of partnerships also, talking about upcoming things, and I'd like to hit some of the upcoming things. We talked about, obviously, the last show talked about the beach party. And we're looking to figure out how do we market essentially everything in the area. And talking about partnerships with the school, partnerships with the library, those are the kinds of things that we're going to look to as we begin to move forward, as we begin to market this area. And we've talked about using students as interns for some of the things that we do to take some of the load off of the chamber members who are working full-time, but also give the students experience in things that they wouldn't get otherwise, that they're not going to get in terms of experiences.
Very valuable life lessons, for sure.
So as we look to do that, as we look to move to the future, I guess I'll say, what would you say to the people who are out there who are not members? And I kind of preface that with, you don't have to own a business to be a member of the chamber. We have, I know of at least 2 members who are not promoting a business, but they're chamber members because they care about the community.
Right.
And what would be the message you have? And as we talk about the mission of the chamber, as we talk about partnerships, what would be the message you might have to people who are out there listening saying, what's that mean to me? What does that mean to me if I'm not a member? We'll say for those who aren't members, we'll give you a way to become a member real quickly to promote the area. But what would be the message, again, talking about upcoming things, what we're going to do for the community, what the chamber's going to do, services provided. What would you say to the people who aren't members? How does it affect them?
I think the most important thing for people to remember is that the chamber and the businesses around them, and again, we'll use the schools as an example, they're a great resource, and everything that happens in your community affects you. So the more successful our chamber is with promoting business, bring businesses to Beech Grove in this outlying area, is good for the residents of Beech Grove. We've talked with the city for the past several years about some of the vacancy on Main Street and how to alleviate that and bring business in, and so you have a lot of vacant property sitting there. We talked about the home ownership aspect of Beech Grove and where that's headed. And so all these things are truly tied together. So just the chamber and the business, and we talk about the economic development, it all comes full circle. It all affects each other. And so for someone that's out there that says, you know, why I'm not a business, why in the world would I want to be involved in a chamber? And again, it's not purely commerce driven. It's a big part of it is about the community around you and how you support that and how you help that, because again, it is all tied together very much. And
it kind of, I don't know how well this will show up if I can do this, but we're producing the second, if you will, Beech Grove, Greater Beech Grove Guide.
Correct.
We'll call it. And you can put advertisements in here, letter from the mayor, all kinds of things to advertise your business, whether or not you're a chamber member.
Right. And again, yeah, you don't need to be a chamber member to advertise in our chamber directory. It's about commerce, it's about business, it's about bringing people to this area. And we have a pretty big event coming to the Indy area, I think sometime next year. What is that?
Let's see, the Big Ten football championship.
Well,
that one?
Well, no, something a little bigger, I'm thinking.
Bigger than the Big Ten championship. I'm not sure what that would be.
It's something called the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, it's a good time to get in this directory if you're a business that wants to get noticed, because not only do we have a printed copy of this, there'll also be one online that people can access. And so, again, another opportunity that we're providing, not just our members, but businesses in the area that want to be found. I guess is the best way to say it. They want to be found.
And I would also mention on that, because we have on the website set up for the businesses, you can go to the Beech Grove website And the logos are up now as the companies do that. We're uploading them. You can click on that and go to the website for the company.
Right.
So we're looking to drive business. And you know, I don't mind taking some of the business out of that, you know, small community called Indianapolis and bringing it down here to our area.
Absolutely.
Take advantage of that. So just in general, the chamber's here to promote the area, to help partnerships, and we're going to go ahead and finish this segment, if you will, unless you've got something else you want to add on the chamber, Ben. And what we want to do in that move is we're going to move to the students who are taking care of the show, making us look as good as they possibly can.
And that's a tough task.
Yeah, it's a very tough task. But making sure that the program does get together, does come to you every month. Let's cut to the students and talk about the things they're doing.